after I say your name. Good deal. Hey there, guys, gals, friends, and pals. Paul Acevedo, EastX Twitch here. Tonight we are streaming Samurai Warriors 4 Part 2 from Koei Tecmo. I've got my friends Tyler, Adam, and Jeff on mic.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, and let's get into things. Before we actually start the story, I just want to show off my custom character because this game does let you create custom characters. I don't think you even have to. It's not a requirement.
I posted a link to the HD Final Fantasy V HD
Oh,
remake.
cool.
That I was talking about. The sprite is just so ugly.
Appreciate that, Tyler. And by the way, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Koei Tecmo games often have really good character creators, like really elaborate ones. Like not the very best in the industry, but right up there. Depends on the game, but some of these have really good ones. And I just want to show you the crest of my character's armor. I am able to upload my personal logo, and you can see it appears on her armor.
The first game we played, Brian, was Castlevania, the Dark Side Chronicles or something.
So we did.
But no, it's not a bad game. We just wanted to spend, or Paul wanted to spend the majority of the time on Samurai Warriors 4 2.
Sorry.
Yes, it's a great title, and we'll explain that a little bit. I actually find myself needing to cough a bunch.
You know what title is the worst title of any game
Tell
coming
us.
out this year?
Oh,
I mean,
I already know what it is.
Terrible.
But go ahead.
I have to look it up. Dragon Quest Heroes, The World, Trees, Woe, and The Blight
No,
Below.
I mean, well, that's
No,
not
that's-
great.
That's not the
I'm
one
thinking
thinking of.
any Kingdom Hearts game ever.
Yeah, what's the new Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts one, Tyler? Look that up.
2.9?
What?
What do you mean? Kingdom
What's
Hearts
the
what?
what's the name of
Yeah,
the
like,
new Kingdom
it's not
Hearts
just 2
coming
point
out?
something. It's got sentences after it that make no sense. It's ridiculous.
It does? 2.8
They
does?
all do, yes. If there's a Kingdom Hearts game.
No, not the remakes, they don't. The old ones do. But those games aren't coming out this year. Neither of those are coming out. Final Chapter Prologue is what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah. There's something else. There's another game that's ridiculous.
Hey, look who it is. Mega Man Extreme joined our stream. Mega Man Extreme, it's so nice to see you.
Hey, Mega
So-
Man. He hangs
Hey,
out
what's
with you.
going
Yeah,
on,
we,
Mega Man?
we talk about him sometimes. And here he is.
Obviously born in the 90s, as are all things extreme.
Yes.
So-called and Brian, I think. Me and Mega Man hang out there.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's unusual to see him in my stream, so it's nice to see him. By the way, I want to point out real quick, this particular Samurai Warriors supports local and online multiplayer for 2 players, which the previous game did not, so that's a nice improvement. It's a good co-op series.
In case you can
Kingdom
find
Hearts
that
is
one
about
other
as bad
person
as
with a
Metal
Vita.
Gear, Brian, in regards to
Yeah.
the
Oh,
story.
hey, both Adam and Tyler could play this with me if they owned the game. Looks like you start out by picking a team. I'm going to pick the girls' team because that's fun. Love and Fear.
What's
Where's our free promotional codes, Paul? That's what I want to know.
Dang, dude, if I knew it had online multiplayer, I probably would have asked for a second copy.
Okay.
Do you know, actually, I'll show this off. They also sent me the PlayStation 4 version for some reason without me asking. So that's very nice of them.
They probably had a couple crates laying around.
If you don't mind, I'd like to explain what this game is exactly. Alright,
Please.
as you know, there's a long-running Samurai Warriors series. It is a spin-off of the Dynasty Warriors series that focuses on Japan instead of China. So if you're into Japan or samurai or ninjas, things like that, it's probably a lot more appealing. It is for me, at least.
It is for me too. I much prefer this aesthetic than the Chinese
I would say so too.
monkey for 12 Kingdoms monkey thing that the other ones
There you
have.
go, yeah. I mean, but anyway, this is... Samurai Warriors 4 came out, I guess, about a year ago, and there's another game in between that was based on Samurai Warriors 4, but kind of like changes up the game structure. This one, it's a remix of content from Samurai Warriors 4, but it has like all new campaigns and stuff, and so that's what we're playing now is a brand new campaign that's more character focused, is how they explain it. And also it has a new like survival mode that I haven't tried out yet, but that wasn't in the original Samurai Wars 4. There you go. And somebody's teasing me about my custom character name, George. Yeah,
I was wondering where that came from. I saw I put East Leah or whatever, but I didn't see.
Hey, George Foreman can name a girl George, so can you.
I'm sorry
Right.
I didn't name my character a play on the word Konami. Oh, she just stabbed that dude.
I would have named it Slayer.
Wait, maybe she didn't stab him. Maybe he was shot from behind. Yeah, I either name my custom characters Tyler or a variation on East. So, for a girl, sometimes I use Eastleah. It's not a great name, but if it's a guy, I like to use Eastwind. That's not too bad, I think.
I usually use Tyler.
See, Tyler's, I mean, that's why I use Tyler. It's a good name, but it's not very creative.
Not when it's your own name, yeah. But it's fun feeling like I'm the hero.
Let's see, I can select a primary character and a secondary character at the character select screen.
Guess what game so-called was streaming?
I heard about this. Tell us.
It was enjoyable. Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. Do you still shower with your dad?
It was a good time.
Yeah, it's funny.
Lots
And
of hanging out with your wang out.
Yeah, it's like it's not for $1. You know, you're not getting an amazing game, but it has like some fun little mini game-esque type things. You know, it looks fun anyway. It's not gonna hold your attention forever, but
most of them are basically based around finding the correct dad.
I hear the sequel is called I Still Know You Shower with Your Dad.
Oh, God.
Actually, it's I Shower with Your Mom.
Row.
I shower with your mom. It's not my mom. It's not your own mom.
Would that be cool, though? They take all the money.
It's insulting the player. I showered with your mom.
They should take all the money they made from this game, because it's actually kind of a big hit because of the clever theme and the fun graphic style and everything. They should take all that money and make a bigger sequel, you know? I think it'd be interesting to see what they could do.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
They could easily take that game.
AAA, high budget.
Yeah. I don't know about AAA, but...
Yeah. The guys that did Surgeon Simulator had another hit with I Am Bread, which is not a sequel, but it's equally as like goofy. You know, they stayed within the kind of area of their expertise. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Shower Simulator sequel was something similar.
Yeah, keep it funny and just something that really catches people's imagination or their sense of humor or whatever.
Right.
Imagine I shower or was the shower with your dad in updated graphics. Think about it.
Yeah, like that's the thing. If they did a new game, it would have to not use Atari 2600 style graphics because that would just be too close to the original.
What if it were FMV?
Oh no, I don't think that's what would happen.
Sega CD style, grainy video.
And just maybe 16-bit graphics, pixels would be fine. Sprites, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know if you would be allowed to show Wang in 16-bit.
Steam certainly wouldn't appreciate it. Steam is still on the censorship end of things.
Can we talk about Unibop now?
Unipop? How can we not? It's funny, I've never even played this game, but we've talked about it on like 3 or 4 streams. Trophy! I got my Trofo. What is Unipop, Tyler?
It's a match 3 game.
Well, I like match 3 games, don't we all? My mom likes match 3 games.
Kids like them, yeah. Yeah, they're perfect for like moms, girlfriends, young children to try to get them into gaming. I couldn't recommend it more.
And so-called, you play a lot of PC games. Do you own Unipop?
I do not. If someone were to buy it for me, I'd stream it.
Unfortunately, you wouldn't be allowed to, because it's on the band.
Maybe
Hitbox.
Hitbox.
Hitbox, yeah. But then no one could see the stream.
I would go to Hitbox to watch that, probably.
Hitbox.
I'm not buying it for you.
Hitbox is gonna make their name with Hunipop.
That's right.
Yeah, all Hunipop all the time.
That would be a good way to sell themselves as an alternative to Twitch, is to allow games that Twitch doesn't allow.
Yeah, but you also don't want to be known as kid unfriendly.
You don't, but somebody's got to allow it to be streamed, man. Somebody has to.
So this dummy in the chat asks what N++ is.
In our chat?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
What a moron.
What a
You really don't know
jackass.
what it is.
It's a game I would never ever
heard of it.
play.
I have no idea what it is.
It's like a weird. It's like what's a
A
platformer?
super hard one.
But it has. It's like super intentionally floaty platforming. Gravity.
So wait, are you telling me you are describing a platformer to me?
I'm describing a platformer.
Believe it.
But no, but it's not like a good platformer, like traditional. Its whole gimmick is on its gravity and its kind of angles.
And the characters are all super tiny. I just do not like it. I mean, I don't like N+, and N++ is a sequel, right?
Me and some friends have had quite a few discussions about it, about the developer and stuff. He's been really active on NeoGAF, which is really nice to see in the official thread topic for the game. But they were extremely disappointed with their sales.
Did we get another spammer?
Yeah, we've had like 3
Jeez.
already.
Alright, well I appreciate you guys fending them off for us. I think that means...
I'm actually inviting him.
I think it means we're getting more popular.
There you go.
So, there's an upside to everything. I'm going to use a Muso attack.
Yeah, you may have to start... Well, what you can just do is ban links, and it sucks for viewers that want to share links, but it's not a terribly common occurrence. I mean, Bob Jones did share a link today.
Yeah.
There's a I've seen it before where you can give someone permission to post a link, so they can say, "Hey, can I post a link?"
If
And
I
then
could
you
just
post it.
name people who are always allowed to post links forever, then I would do it.
I don't
the
remember.
mods
Yeah,
can.
but not just mods.
Because
It would have to
they-
be our, our loyal viewers too. Otherwise,
Mega Man doesn't like platformers, which is...
yeah, Mega Man, are you sure about that? Did you accidentally name yourself Mega Man Extreme? Maybe he was trying to name himself Mega Man Legends and he just typed in the wrong thing. That happens.
Actually out
For instance,
today.
Zero tried to name himself Zero Tolerance, and look where that got him.
Hey, Zero Tolerance, did you buy Mega Man Legends today on
Yeah, did you?
PlayStation? The
Mr.
introduction?
Hotshot?
I forgot.
Today,
That was
man,
coming
it's
out.
out.
It is out.
Yep.
It is available for your
Playable on
viewing
your
pleasure.
PlayStation 3 and PlayStation TV, man. Think about that.
That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Can't you like kick the little Lego-looking guys, the microbots or whatever they're called?
Aren't they called Kobuns or what? In Japan they're Kobuns. I don't know what they're called in America.
They're serve bots,
Servbots,
aren't
that's
they?
it.
Surf bots, yep. Can you kick them in that game? I swear you can kick them. You can kick something in that game.
Yeah, but isn't that Mega Man Legends 2 when you're the girl?
No, there is a real Mega Man Legends 2, and then separately there's the Misadventures of Tron Bonne.
Maybe it might be Tron Bonne. where you
Yeah,
can
it
kick
might
them.
be. Level increased, word.
I only played the first one. I played the first one on Nintendo 64. Do you think that was the whole game?
Yeah, I forget if they cut any content out, but I'm sure it was just about the whole thing if it wasn't.
I couldn't beat the final boss.
That sounds like me and Mega Man X4, dude. The final boss of that game was
I had-
stupidly hard.
I had no idea it came out on Nintendo 64.
And he said this
Yeah.
thing, like, when you first got to him. He's like, my destiny is sealed. I have no choice. And he would say that every time you have to fight him, you know? So it would get really old really quick. Because he was just impossible.
Do you know the price of the game? Which game, Finn? This game that he's playing right now?
This game on Vita is $40, and the PS4 version is $50, I think. But he's probably talking about Mega Man.
Mega Man Legends $10.
This is $40 game on Vita.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big game, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a quote unquote retail title. Like, I mean, it's not. I don't think that they would do. Are they putting it on shelves? I wouldn't think so.
I mean,
Here.
the PlayStation 4 version's retail.
Right. But I mean, on Vita. So
On Vita, I'm not sure.
I doubt it at this point.
Yeah, how can you? Why would you release any Vita game in
Stores don't
retail?
want to carry them. Yeah. Stores don't
Yeah,
wanna
I would be
punish
surprised
them.
if you see another physical. I mean, except for maybe like in Japan where they release all the cartoons.
And you have these dopes.
Yeah, I'm sure this is on cartridges.
I mean, you have these goofy people who will only buy the retail releases, and so then if there's not a retail release, they're all disappointed. But I just want to grab them and shake them because they're limiting an already dying platform. Don't be like that. That's what I want to tell them.
Don't be like that, me.
Huh. So how do I call my horse? I know there's a way to call my horse.
Hey, horse.
Epina. Name your horse Epina.
It's Epona. Come on.
I don't know how
Epina.
to say it. Hi, Icky.
Yo, Icky. Glad you made it, man. Tyler's so bad at pronouncing things by intuition.
Yeah. Right.
And
Sorry that I don't watch Anime. How do you say it?
Hey.
Anime?
Anaheim.
Hey, Fatality. It's nice to see you.
And read manga.
How have you been? We've been giving
If it's not,
out giving out a lot of games on the weekends lately. Fatality. You got to remember to tune in and get some of those free games, dude.
yeah, and you're a PC gamer, so you have a better chance than the Xbox
Yeah.
PS4 always has the best chance.
Well,
Okay.
actually,
I don't know.
sometimes
Sometimes
PC.
PC is actually, yeah. If you want Xbox One, then you actually could be in a.
Yeah, like I don't
competition.
think we gave out all of our Goat Simulator codes for Steam.
I'll take it.
People,
Oh.
people were comparing the new Tony Hawk game to Goat Simulator, so that's not a terribly flattering comparison.
Yeah, I hear it's not that good. We put in a review request after we got the link today or whatever. But
Oh yeah.
Giant Bomb did a live stream today of.
they must have hated it, right?
He did not like
Giant
it.
Bomb hates everything, so all you have to ask is it a game? And that's how you know whether they
Well,
hate it or
no,
not.
they don't. They don't
Just
hate
about.
everything.
That's
Jeff Gerstmann hates everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Everyone
He's
liked
the
Metal.
guy
But
at
everyone.
GameSpot, right?
Yeah, a long time ago. But everyone
Yeah,
liked
long
Metal
time
Gear.
ago, yeah.
So
Everyone
that's-
likes Metal
That's
Gear.
just
No. No, even people that didn't like the other Metal Gears liked.
that is
The
true,
new
but I mean that's just a roll of the dice because the number of games that the popular gaming public likes and Giant Bomb doesn't like is really high. Like you should have seen their
So wait, what's wrong with Tony
yeah.
Hawk?
Tell us what's wrong with it. That's a good question.
Everything I've seen is just really glitchy. I guess it's not even really a single-player campaign, just like levels and events
There-
and stuff.
Well, that's not true. Here's what they said. What they told. And I'm not a Tony Hawk expert, so a lot of what they didn't like was just like the feel and stuff. But yeah, there was a lot of glitchiness to it. But one thing he did mention is that if you buy the disc version, there's a huge mega gigabyte patch day one that includes all the single player stuff. So if you just buy the disc and you don't get the patch, you have the tutorial and create a ramp, create mode.
Which I can't believe that's true. I mean, I'm guessing it's true because a lot of people lie about it. But what if you don't have your system hooked up online? I know most people do, but not everyone.
Yeah, why
online.
would the development run that late? Because that's what it means is that the development ran late.
Right, but they didn't have time to print it on the disc. They probably printed discs in February.
I hate to say it though, at this day and age, if you don't have your console connected to the internet,
you're asking
what's
for
the
it.
point?
Yeah.
Right, but you know what though? They don't release a physical version of the game. If you don't have 80% of your game on the disc and you need to patch it, then that shouldn't be on disc. That should be a digital game because then everyone will be downloading it, so everyone can just download that patch.
I could see that.
But if you're releasing a physical disc game, then put most of the game on the disc.
It's probably a lot easier said than done, whatever situation they were in.
Probably.
It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
I mean, it would have been annoying, yeah, but if you have to deliver, you have to deliver.
What if you buy disc because you have a bandwidth cap, and you don't want to spend 20 gigabytes or 30 gigs or whatever that game's going to be to download it, but you get it and there's 20 gigabyte patch to download.
Yeah, but how many games have had 10, 20, 30 gigabyte day one patches?
Well, for
a
sure.
lot of them have.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's just obnoxious. That's all.
It's obnoxious for sure. I mean, it's the way of the future. I'm waiting for a real big release to not be released physically. I think that day will come sometime this generation of consoles. Like say Square Enix decided to not release the next Deus Ex game on physical and just try like digital only.
The problem is when the big releases need to be in stores.
Yeah,
They still need
they
to be in
do.
stores. You know what I mean? Like they still need to be in Walmart. They still need to be at Best Buy.
Right. I think by the end of it, by sometime this console generation, there'll be a big one that doesn't.
You could sell
Could
just
be.
cards with codes for those
Yeah,
games in stores.
That's how I would do
Yeah,
it.
but-
Then I hope if they did digital only, they would need to do something like that. That way, Microsoft or Sony can't sit there and put prices whatever they want, since they wouldn't have competition at that point.
The problem with that is, and I don't know if you guys followed the story about GameStop not selling bundles with digital codes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because you can't trade in a digital game. You know what I mean? And their
Yeah,
money is made. They want to see that game again. They want you to bring that game back.
What do you think they do with the digital codes that they get?
I don't think I think they're just not accepting them. They're not stocking them.
Really? So they're not even stocking the bundles. They're just making their own bundles with retail versions of the game.
Well, they did say that they might do that. Like they might just include a retail version of the game or something. But
Brian says I saw that.
They're shooting themselves in the foot by doing that. But Brian, also I want to point out that you recently got Blood Bowl 2, which is a retail game. But also, Brian is right that as a moderator, he usually doesn't get codes. But if he ever particularly wanted a code, we certainly would accommodate him.
Yeah.
Not really.
Brian.
God, Brian.
I don't think Brian should get anything.
Yeah, Brian, what else do you play besides Final Fantasy XIV? It's just a waste of codes.
Yeah. You should play Super Star Wars.
Yeah. What kind of weird PC mod games are you playing?
Oh, yeah, he does play some PC games.
Word processor 9000.
Yeah, I love that game.
It's the best. Mavis Beacon teaches typing. It's a nice obscure reference.
Super Excel spreadsheet.
Now, I don't know what's happened to the map in the top right corner of the screen, which you guys can't see because it's covered up, but it's zooming in, which limits its usefulness exponentially, because I just cannot tell where anything is by looking at it. I can only see my immediate surroundings. I'm not liking that.
I can't tell if Gwen Stefani's the prettiest she's ever been or the ugliest she's ever been.
Probably both.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere. It's one of those or possibly both.
It depends.
She's still famous for something?
She's
no doubt.
So no, she's not famous still. She's on The Voice.
Is that like the new version of Talk Soup on E! Entertainment Television?
No, it's a singing competition on NBC.
I find The Voice entertaining. I like the opening round, where they have to spin the chairs around. But then once it just starts becoming like a regular singing competition,
right.
It's way less.
They should have to spin the chairs around every episode.
Yeah, if you're not spinning chairs, what are you doing?
Speaking of which, you have to have seen that game show called Boom, where they have those bombs and they have trivia questions, and
yes,
the bomb explodes.
I watched some of Boom. Something else was on, so I eventually turned it because I was like, once I've seen one of these bombs go off, that's it.
But they're filled with different things. I appreciate the good props.
What are they filled with?
I don't know,
like jam or honey or
goo.
Yeah,
but
goo.
The thing that was getting me was the shots of the audience and like the fear in their eyes that this bomb was gonna go off. Like people cowering. They weren't even watching the show because they were cowering.
Yeah, and they have their little like plastic raincoats on or whatever.
Yeah,
but like they voluntarily volunteered or whatever, or probably paid $20 and free tickets to another Fox taping or whatever. Like will you sit in my splash zone or whatever?
Yeah, so front row at a Guar concert.
Or a Gallagher performance. Although Gallagher turned into a crazy right-wing guy that you wouldn't want to go see a show of.
Yeah. Did you ever hear the story of his brother?
I did not.
So Gallagher's brother started copying his act.
Really?
And now, and he does like the same thing. And then they were like, the one Gallagher was suing the other Gallagher.
Oh, no.
Because he was using
Gallagher
his own
versus
act.
Gallagher.
Yeah. It was Gallagher versus Gallagher.
Is that the sequel to Kramer vs. Kramer?
I wish it was.
The prequel was Gallagherians. It's a little Gallagher reference there.
No. You should edit that out.
Because before Galaga, there was Galaxians.
No, I get it, but you should edit all this out now.
Get it.
I had an idea of where you were going.
You guys are punks.
Do you think Gorf is canon?
What the heck is that?
Gorf?
Like Gorf.
You ever play Gorf?
I played Fester's Quest.
No. Gorf, man. Gorf had there was like a shooting one, and then you had to get inside the main ship, and then there was like a thing you had to do something. It was like three or four different stages, and they were all like
For
played
Namco
differently.
Bandai?
I think you're making this up.
No, man. Check out
Sounds
Gorf.
made up.
No.
To be fair, So-Called has never heard of any games. He didn't even know what Platinum games was.
Really?
Yeah. You're gonna like not believe me about an old video game.
How do you find out about games to play So-Called if you never keep up on any of the cool, interesting games?
Yeah, how do you?
What do you mean? I shower with my dad. That's
Yeah, it's his
popular.
dad.
I had to tell you about that game.
Yes.
But
No,
you were
I had heard of
like-
it before.
Oh.
Woo!
But yeah, he hadn't even heard
I
of
know,
Platinum.
I just finished GTA 5 finally.
Hey.
GTA. There's that hot indie game.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've never completed that myself. Probably never will.
Yeah.
There's one. That's one company that will always be able to print money with their video games.
Well, plus the good thing about GTA is you can be sure that you're the only one streaming it.
Exactly.
Oh, totally.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah, but the GTA games are actually good, so they're
They
worth
are,
the money.
absolutely.
Yeah, they're good. It's just funny to me. Like, there's all these struggling indie developers around the world, and then like the execs at Rockstar probably just like bathe with, I don't know, silver dolls shooting out of this shower on them. And
You know,
stuff
there's
like that,
strippers
so-
and hookers and things like that.
Right. Yeah, like they eat breakfast off of a stripper on their, I don't know, gigantic, like one of those huge guest tables that seats like 75 people. And it's just like,
Yeah, at least every now and then
Are you
they
saying-
have to.
Are you saying GTA is based on their lives?
It's just like what you hear about 80s business executives. That's how it has to be for them. There's no other way.
They're
Right.
doing coke off the
Yes.
tables.
Did you ever see? Oh God, what was that? One of those documentaries about where they had they were talking about Atari. I think it was the fall of the video games. A lot of the stuff about ET and stuff like that. But they had people, talking about what it was like to work at Atari in those days, and it basically was like just sitting in a room, smoking marijuana, doing coke, and then like
I had
creating
heard
video.
that
Did E.T.
somewhere.
himself do coke?
E.T.
Oh,
No,
thank goodness.
no, he doesn't have a nose, man.
He has like nostrils.
He
doesn't
might.
All right, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Whether he has nostrils or not.
Yeah.
Another 80s movie that is just not that interesting.
Oh, he definitely has a nose.
And
Yeah, it's a little hard to go back to E.T. It's a well-made movie, but there's if you weren't a kid at exactly that time, and even though I
Right.
was, and I have memories of seeing it when I was a kid, but even still.
And the new version is super annoying with the CGI.
Yeah, but
and
on
everything.
Blu-ray they took that out, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, I have the original too. Like, I have both
saw.
versions.
I think Jurassic Park comes out on digital something on Thursday. The new Jurassic Park, sorry,
Oh,
Jurassic World.
there's a not good movie that everyone loves.
It was entertaining.
Still haven't seen
The
that.
bare minimum of entertainment, I tell you. But it is more coherent than a Michael Bay Transformers movie, so
Yeah. For an action movie based on the last few I've seen, I wasn't.
yeah. But it cannot hold a candle to the first two movies in the series, but nobody cares about that.
Nothing. The first
Ooh,
one
trophy!
was really
The first of many.
I don't think
Wonder
anyone
Man
cares
Army.
about the second one either.
People don't love
Yeah.
the second one, but
Not a-
it's still a better movie.
It's so dark. Isn't Vince
Yes,
Vaughn in
and
that?
he's actually the worst. He's the most villainous character in the movie. Like, everything bad that happens is Vince Vaughn's fault. That's,
You know what movie I think does not hold up, and I think a lot of people like it, and I used to like it, but I tried watching it not too long ago, and I was really disappointed. Is Tron?
oh, I thought you were going to say Basic Instinct.
No,
I thought you were
no,
gonna Say Back to the Future.
no. I actually watched Back to the Future, the first one.
I thought you were gonna say RoboCop.
No. Let's not go there.
Yeah, no,
Tron 1 is so much better than Part 2 that I don't know if Tron 1 doesn't hold up, then man, Tron 2 must be like subterranean in its quality level because it's way
Tron,
better.
Like I found like it looks. I still like the look of Tron, but it is so slow and just so plodding. It really.
It is real slow. You're right.
I couldn't find much entertainment in it.
Tron 2 has a little bit wild.
It does, but her character is stupid, and everything that happens in it is stupid.
Yes.
Like at least Tron 1 doesn't make super sense, but it's not actively stupid. Like it's trying to be the best little sci-fi movie it can be. Tron.
Yeah, and I think like, not that it bothers me, but it's like it is super dated too. Like there's.
I disagree.
You know, just like all the computer jargon and stuff like that is.
You know what looks okay, sci-fi from a sci-fi standpoint?
What's that?
The Martian.
Say what?
The Martian.
Oh yeah, I hear really good things about it, man. I cannot wait to see it.
I wanna know how it ends without actually having to see
No,
it.
Tyler, go see it. You don't go to the movies enough.
I don't want to spoil the movie for myself either, but like I want him to go crazy, but I'm not sure that's gonna
Tyler,
happen.
you need to go to the movies more, man. But I'll be right back, you guys. Keep the conversation going.
But it reminds me a little bit of Moon. And I don't remember how crazy the guy went in Moon, but I think he kind of went kind of crazy.
Yeah, I bet you they keep it more happy ending Hollywood.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I read somewhere that they showed it to a bunch of like people at the International Space Station, which like to me kind of hinted that he doesn't go crazy on a murderous rampage or anything.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't know, but I do want to see it.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that too.
It helps that I like Matt Damon a lot.
What else have you watched recently?
Brian says The Martian is a book and that everyone should read it. I don't think I'm going to follow up that advice, but
I can't read.
Yeah, I lost that talent in 11th grade. I haven't seen much else recently. I saw the Entourage movie. Does that count?
I mean, I don't know if that counts as a movie. You tell me.
I don't even think I've seen any of the show, to be honest.
I think everyone should read the Entourage book. I think is really what it comes down to.
Entourage is based on a book?
No. But no, Entourage the TV show is fun. It's not like it's not like deep or like there's a lot of really good HBO shows. And then there's Entourage, which is just like a funny show to like cleanse your palate after getting sucked into The Sopranos or something.
I have never watched an episode of Entourage.
It's good. Except for the acting. The acting's not so good.
I think I originally thought it might be like a reality show.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what show is good, and they shot themselves in the leg with the name. And I think I've even talked about it on stream before. But it's called Real Husbands of Hollywood. And I think everyone just thinks it's a
reality show.
Stupid reality show.
What is it?
It's a spoof reality show with Kevin Hart and a bunch of other like B-list African American actors, making fun of those shows and kind of just making fun of Kevin Hart, and like it's kind of like a black person version of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Huh.
Right. But I like the way you've described the premise seems funny to me. Like that they're B-list actors and their wives have become more popular than them.
Right. Although none of their wives are that popular, but yeah, that's the premise, especially when it starts.
Sounds like they might have accidentally cast Kevin Hart though.
No, he's really funny, and I don't like Kevin Hart at all, and he's funny.
All right, if you say so. Welcome, Punjabi brother.
He's so willing to make fun of himself.
Oh, that's a hell of a name.
And you're right, Kevin Hart is not B-list. Kevin Hart's about as A-list as they get right now. Oh, no one even pushed the button.
I mean, he gets cast in things. What is Mega Man Extreme calling ugly? And how's everybody else? We got to remember to look at the chat a little bit, you guys.
Yeah, no one's really talking besides Brian, and I said hi to Brian. Icky said the Tron remake is okay. See, I thought it was a remake too. It's not a remake.
See, Icky, here's the problem, Icky. You're part of the foreign audience that will go see whatever stuff American directors poop out. It's not your fault, but...
Man, what is up with the foreign audiences? Like what? Like they give the best numbers to
Yes,
the worst.
like the Transformers movies and stuff. It does not matter how bad the movie is to them. Like they just don't care. If it has impressive special effects and robots, then they are there.
Yeah, it's weird.
But
like,
there's a crowd of North Americans that will be all over any kind of indie movie. Like, people are all over.
Indie movies need support, dude. Just like indie games.
Not indie movie, but I mean, not indie movie, but foreign movies. You know what I mean? Like if it deals with a certain subject matter, like people are all into samurai movies, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this is great," but maybe, over in Japan or wherever it's from, it's not. It's kind of a B-list, kind of not great movie.
You could say the same thing about indie games, though, as well.
Yeah, you can.
what happens?
Some people just love indie games because.
Or they love
indie.
Japanese games. Just like but it's a niche thing still. Yeah.
Yeah, but indie games I think indie games are filling a void that like this past generation and this generation especially is missing, and that's like if you look back at like PS2, like the PS2 generation and before, there was a lot of real like experimental games that were coming out that were like full real games. You know what I mean? But people could afford to be experimental and do things a little differently and maybe not be. You don't have to be top tier necessarily, but you can still do well. But that kind of middle ground, I think, is kind of gone.
Yeah,
for
you can't
the most
really
part.
take the risk in AAA anymore.
Yeah, you're either indie or you're AAA.
Yeah, I know indie is filling the void in certain genres of games. I mean,
Absolutely.
no one is gonna make a platformer anymore. Ubisoft made a couple with the Rayman games, and they did, I think, moderately well, okay. But besides Nintendo,
Not Raymond.
Besides Nintendo, no one's making the platformer, so the indies have a chance to really jump in there. And a lot of people are saying there's too many of them, and maybe that's true. But they're definitely filling holes for sure. That are.
There's a lot of indie games that are like the exact same on Steam.
Yeah, there are.
Oh yeah, there are. But I mean,
like you change one sprite and you got the game.
And I think we're still in this era where this is everyone's really like first game that they feel comfortable enough putting on a storefront. It's not just like a high school or college work project. And I mean, how else are they going to learn? And I hope most of these smaller indie developers realize that the chances of this being their career for the rest of their lives is pretty damn small. But it's a chance to give it a shot and to build a portfolio and to, I don't know, make a couple $100 maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully.
One would hope.
I just want to point out real quick that this skill system I'm messing with appears to be completely new to me, or at least it's definitely not in the last 3 games I played that are Warriors games. So it looks like your individual... This has a greater focus on characters, and it looks like the individual characters can learn all these interesting skills. So that'll be fun for people who get into these.
Yeah, I bet.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It almost seems like the real game is developing a character. The actual fighting is just a couple buttons. Because remember,
the fighting is supposed to be relaxing. Like it is, unless you play on hard difficulty, it is just like a zen kind of thing. Because this is kind of, it's an action game meant to appeal to RPG fans. Is a good way to put it, I think.
I think that I mean, there's some big I mean, AAA and indie. I mean, they have such strict definitions that everyone has completely thrown to the wayside. But there's a lot of indie games that are pretty big. No Man's Sky is going to be like I think it's going to be a retail release at this point. I think The Witness is going to be a retail release. $40 games around that area. So I mean, they're getting close to, they're starting to blend a little bit in between the two.
Is The Witness close to being done?
Yeah, it has a release date. It's in January.
I'm not even familiar with that.
Because I think I heard about this game 8 years ago.
Right. Yeah. It had to have
You're
been
thinking of Neo.
When it first.
No, I'm not. It's definitely thinking of The Witness. It's the next Jonathan Blow game.
Okay, because Neo has been, Ni-O has been in development for many years.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's definitely.
No, The Witness is this weird, trippy-looking puzzle game on an island, and to me, it actually doesn't look that appealing. But I love Braid. It's one
Is
of
it
my
like
favorite games. So
I'm looking at an image right now. Is it like a Myst type game?
Yeah, Myst is the game you would compare it the most to. Is what most people are comparing it to. I think that there's something deeper in that game that they're not.
Yeah, it'll be more than just Myst because that guy is a little bit.
Right. There's something going on.
It'll be pretentious. You can be guaranteed it will be pretentious. It'll think it's smarter than it is, and it will have a story maybe that has nothing to do with the gameplay, just if we're lucky.
The story and gameplay had a little bit
No,
to do with
nothing.
One another. Even if they were pretentious, the story was super
Is the definition of pretentious. Like, I don't think you could get any more pretentious. Yeah. If you did, any more pretentious, it would actually be unpretentious.
It was still a good. It was still a good game.
Yeah, not saying that, but the story was bad, and it's one of the things that I think people actually admire about it, and that annoys me.
I've never heard anyone really admire the story other than the ending, which I kind of liked and thought was a little bit clever. But yeah, no, the story, reading the books in the clouds and the sky backwards, whatever. It
needs to have to do with the game. You can't just stick in like War and Peace in there and be like, oh, by the way, War and Peace is brilliant. So see, now my game has a good story. You can't do that.
I'm trying to think if there's any other games that I like that the story is kind of unrelated.
I mean, nothing comes to mind, but
there's definitely some, but I can't.
It's not something that happens very often. That's for sure.
I think No Man's Sky is going to be good. Mega Man and Brian, I know we've talked about this several times. I think it's going to be good. It's overhyping. I've said it before. It's getting too much hype, and people like you are giving sick of hearing about it. And I think that's it. But I still think it's going to be good. You got to have faith.
Tyler, I thought you said it was going to be really repetitive. Like every planet you go to, you're just going to be able to do the same stuff over and over because there's no structure. Isn't that what you said? Oh, huh.
But I hope that's not true. I agree with you. If that's what ends up happening, then that's not.
Yeah.
But some people just enjoy exploring things. I'm not sure I'm like that. I'm not sure that would hold my attention, so it may end up being that it's not a game for me. But I am still having faith in it.
My concern is how can this not be a disappointment? Like the level
it's too high, right?
Yeah, like I don't understand how it could possibly be everything people are expecting it to be.
Yeah, they've done way too much hyping on it. At a certain level, the hype, overhyping something.
Yeah, and the amount of money that's being invested in this game is insane.
And Sony, I wouldn't say they're investing directly in the game. They've certainly locked up console exclusivity rights for a while, which means they've put money towards.
Yeah, they must have put some in there.
No doubt on that one. For that to only appearing on Sony conferences and being a console exclusive.
So what's the latest release date for that? Is there one?
Well, like all Sony PlayStation exclusives, it has no release date or target.
Hey, it's not a first.
It'll come out eventually. Yeah, I mean someday it will come out, and then everybody will be really happy. But until then, we just have to hope and pray.
Yeah. Well, the console or the Witness is a Sony console exclusive at launch as well.
Yeah. So again, sometime in 2016.
Admit it, Tyler.
Yes. Wait, what?
He said again 2016.
For No Man's Sky?
And The Witness.
Well, yeah, the Witness has a 2016 release date. It's in January.
Well, that's something. At least it has a month.
Yeah. Yes, it has a month. Yeah, there's No Man's Sky would have to have a date by now if they were going to try and get it out this year. There's no way it'll hit 2015. But we're only 3 months away. I mean, we're entering the fourth quarter of the year on Thursday.
Perfect block. Oh, it's teaching me moves and stuff, and I'm totally not paying attention. That's okay.
Fourth quarter of the calendar year.
So you don't need moves.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Who needs moves?
Who needs moves?
Who needs moves?
Die, punk.
So what games are you guys excited for? Halo 5?
I don't know if anybody is actually excited for Halo 5. It's kind of a wait-and-see approach for most gamers, I think.
Do you think it's gotten up that much thanks to Halo 4 and then the Master Chief
See, Halo 4, anybody who doesn't have a stick up their butt probably thinks it's a good game, because it really is good. But yeah, Master Chief Collection, that's the one that it had that bad launch.
Well, a lot of
What's this?
hate,
What's this talk I've been hearing about
the
Master Chief dead?
Multiplayer.
That's what.
Yeah, there's some kind of
says.
you googly about him.
What?
Don't you think I know what a googly is? Some people don't like that movie.
I know. Can you believe it? It's so clever. I'm really looking forward to the sequel too.
I hope
it's gotta be. Well, it can't be any worse than the Night at the Museum movies. No, I just watched.
The first one was a decent movie.
No, I mean it stands the test of time. The first one, I think. Like it's not too mired in the time period or anything.
Right. Exactly.
And I just watched Dodgeball the other day, and again, that was kind of golden age Ben Stiller, even though he was a bad guy in that one.
Yeah, I can't really get into Vince Vaughn, and since he's in it so much, it's a bit of a turnoff for me in that movie. Ben Stiller is pretty good.
I definitely like Vince Vaughn less than Ben Stiller, but I still like that movie pretty well. It's just, it's a decently made sports movie with the comedy parts added in.
Bob Jones is excited for Halo 5 and Tomb Raider and apparently StarCraft.
Bob, StarCraft. What have they got coming?
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
SoCal would know.
Isn't there expansion or something?
Yep.
I knew SoCal would know.
Is that Activision too?
Ah!
StarCraft is Blizzard.
Kill!
Yeah, that's Activision.
No, I've never really played any of the StarCraft games.
Waking up to hookers.
Played the first one a little.
Expensive breakfast on your table.
Yeah.
The Activision people make so much money.
They got it.
Yeah, it's StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, I think. Nope, no, wait, that's already out. Never mind.
So it can't be that one.
Something else.
Legacy of the Void.
Legacy of the Void, there you go. Yeah.
StarCraft seems like it seems like that would be a hard game to get into now for the first time.
Multiplayer-wise, I'm sure.
Yeah, people who are competitive with that game are just crazy.
Yeah, but if you just want to enjoy the campaign.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah. I'm not a big real-time... Is it real-time strategy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
okay. I'm not good at those.
I don't play a lot of them, but I did play the original StarCraft on PC at some point, and I had a pretty good time with it for, I don't know, a week or so.
Yeah, I never played those. I did play Warcraft games and Command and Conquer games.
Brian's excited for Tales of Zystria, which I'm assuming is that from the Tales series, Tales of Symphonia
Probably,
or whatever.
If it has Tales in the name.
And then Yoshi's Woolly World.
Are you serious?
Dude, that
Brian's excited for it.
I mean,
looks good.
There's dozens of those, but I mean, I guess if you like them, you like them.
Or two.
I actually have it pre-ordered.
Let's be honest. How many Nintendo titles actually suck?
I'm not. Yeah, well, a few of them do, especially Yoshi. Like, if it doesn't star Mario himself, it has a much greater chance of sucking. Because Yoshi's Island DS, for instance, wasn't very good, and there was another Yoshi Wool game that wasn't very good, wasn't there? I believe there was.
Oh, there was a Kirby.
Oh,
Yarn
yeah, that's
game.
what I'm thinking of.
How can you possibly confuse Kirby Yarn and
Oh,
Yoshi?
come on.
I mean, they're so very.
My bad.
Also, that Kirby game I've actually played that, and it is so heartwarming. It just makes you want to hug someone.
Oh yeah, the visual is enjoyable, but...
and it's not hard or anything, but it is fun.
No.
So I would totally say that is not a crappy game.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's just so many of them. It's like if
4 out of 5.
If your platform, I mean, if your console had nothing but platformers, like, how excited can you get about the next platformer that's coming out?
I've always wondered about that, especially when I read everyone on the PlayStation Plus and Games of Gold constantly bitch about platformers. It's like there's a whole console that's only devoted to platformers, and people constantly defend it.
Hey, I just called my horse. I don't even know what I pushed to make him come. Oh well.
There are other Yoshi games. I played a Yoshi game on DS that was good. I swear it was.
It wasn't Yoshi's Island.
Was it Maybe it was a remake of Yoshi's Island?
Maybe you're thinking of it, but yeah, review-wise, they didn't like it very much. I didn't like it very much.
Yeah, the new one got bad reviews. I swear there was another. Are you sure there's not 2 different Yoshi Island DS games? One for the DS and one for the 3DS.
I'm talking about regular DS. I don't know about the 3DS.
There was a 3DS one not too long ago.
Yeah, that one got really.
See, like the original Yoshi's Island was super special. It really was a worthwhile follow-up to Super Mario World. And so then Yoshi's Island DS, while not terrible, was not in the same hemisphere, so it ended up being disappointing.
Yeah, okay, we're talking about the same game. I liked it a lot. Yoshi's Island DS.
Yeah, not that it wasn't fun, but it was a big step down from the one before it.
It wasn't an all-time classic, but I mean, Yoshi's Island to me is one of the classic.
Absolutely, yeah.
Platformers.
Yeah. If anything, it just looks so cool.
Never played.
Never? Aw.
Never played.
So-called. And then he plays games where he's walking around a house with like candles burning and stuff.
Taking showers with his dad.
Yeah, well that one's fine. I told him to play. I can't nothing for that one.
Hey, don't make fun of my
Yo,
horror
Mongbox,
games.
welcome to the stream.
Oh yeah, Yoshi's story was terrible.
But,
anyway, the one bad thing about original Yoshi's Island was the baby wailing at you.
That was annoying, yes. Sometimes you just want to let that baby fall in the hole and die.
Yes, once in a while you do.
Sometimes you just want to drop the baby, no big deal.
Don't kick the
Then when
baby.
you want to get
Sometimes I
a
just want to kick the baby.
and you lose them for even 1 second.
Kick the baby.
Someone.
Don't
Yeah,
kick the baby.
I liked Yoshi's Island DS a whole lot. And then there was another called Yoshi's Story on Nintendo 64, which was really bad.
Well, it wasn't in 64 games, so...
Hey. Last Core was on Nintendo 64.
You know, I hear there's one vehicle in Blast Corps that everybody who wants to get all the achievements in the Xbox One game has trouble with. There's one vehicle that's just unfair or doesn't work right or something.
It seems like it.
Yeah, I forget which vehicle it is though, but just, yeah, even on NeoGAF in the thread, even on this most recent page, there's people complaining about it.
It's been a long time since I played that game. If only I had an Xbox
Yeah,
One.
Tyler, if only you weren't so hung up on account systems that don't even matter.
It's the principle. It's not. What does the Joker say? It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
He might have said that. You tell us, so-called.
Oh, I've
Never
seen,
saw it.
I've
Just
never
kidding.
saw The Dark Knight.
No, I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't seen the newer Batman movies. I saw all the older ones, but I haven't seen the
Whoa,
newer ones.
you've seen none of the
What do you-
Christopher
what do you
Nolan
do with-
Batman movies, really?
No, I actually own one of them. I just still have never watched it.
See, you need to go on more dates, man. Because you would go to the movies more often.
Because I would see
You
Batman.
would, because the girl would want to. I took 2 different girls to see Batman: The Dark Knight. That's the one with the Joker.
Same
Not
night.
the same. No, not the
Where are
same
they
night.
now?
They made an excellent sitcom episode.
Each one was
later
dated for a certain amount of time. One of them almost a year. But yeah, I mean, it's.
What was the time to Batman for each of them?
Yeah, that's not a first date movie.
Well, it was for one of them, as a matter of fact. But I mean, a lot of people like Batman, you know. So it's not like she has to be nerdy to like Batman. Especially not the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, which are not even really superhero movies. They're thrillers disguised as superhero movies.
Maybe that's why they're good.
No, I wouldn't say
Apparently, you're dating your sister's
that. Oh,
friend, by the
that's
way.
wrong.
I'll jump on.
Oh no, we got a spammer.
Yeah, Brian's round.
Brian, you're the man. Usually it's so-called who kills him before Brian can even get to it.
Yeah, Sokol's good at it too. I'm always slow. I almost had one. I almost had one right now earlier, but the stupid little Skype icon in the bottom right corner was in the way, and I couldn't click on ban in time.
Son.
Missed opportunities, man. Missed
I
opportunities.
know the hammer was coming down.
Double date? No, there weren't very many times in my life when I was dating more than one girl at once. There were a few times, and the Dark Knight, the second girl, she was one of the ones who I was seeing it while also seeing other ones part of the time, but not the whole time, just part of the time. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of effort, and it's just not even worth. Well, it might be worth the payoff, but it's still a lot of effort.
And then you're like, I sure liked doing this last week, and then you forget that it was the other girl, and then you're like, oh wow, weird.
No, it's so much trouble to find girls who would be cool with that, you know, because you have to be honest with them. You can't lie about it.
Oh, you told them?
Well, yeah, you have to.
Oh, that was your mistake.
I mean, you don't have to stay exclusive until you've at least had the determined relationship conversation about.
Yeah, if you don't have the conversation, it's
they
fine.
Always want it to. They always want it to be exclusive.
Well, hey.
Maybe for you, Paul, because you're just such a catch.
That's it.
Just no, if
one date with Paul.
If they're not bringing it up to you, Tyler, then it must be because you're sending signals that you wouldn't want it or something. Because it's just it's built into their genes that that's what they want.
And Paul knows what they want.
Yeah, I wonder what Monkbox thinks about this. I don't want to be offending her or anything.
Yeah,
cut this part out too.
Yeah, and that's not to criticize people who want exclusive relationships either, because obviously many people are very happy that way.
A lot of people like them. A lot of people like that sort of stuff.
On a completely different note, did anybody see the guy in Detroit who
RoboCop
stopped at the gas station?
Is it Clarence Boddicker?
He stopped at the gas station to get gas.
He shot the college student,
and he opened the little door for the gas tank, and he found a spider in there. And because he's terribly, deathly afraid of spiders, he tried to use his lighter to burn it. And then he set the car and the gas station on fire. You can search for that. There's video.
Oh,
it's
that's
hilarious.
bad. That's not good. Woo.
Yeah, that's not it takes a special kind of person to try and attack a spider.
Oh lordy. It's pretty bad. Yeah, Monkbox, what we were wondering is whether you preferred to always be exclusive while dating, or if sometimes you would not be exclusive. It's okay if you don't want to tell us, but that was the subject.
I do hate.
But here's the thing about that, is that even if they say they don't care, they care.
There really are some girls in life who don't want to be exclusive, but yeah, a lot of the time you're right. A lot of the time.
No, but the longer that goes, the less. I don't really want to talk about this.
Oh, poor Adam. Adam, I don't believe you've had traumatic dating experiences. You're always on top of those things.
I don't know. I forget. So I forget. You don't want to know a sad thing.
What?
Is that I have had conversations with women that I forgot I dated.
Oh, that's not good.
including one that we passed at a gas station.
You didn't set her on fire, did you?
No. And then she's like, we kind of passed in the doorway, and she's like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" You know, and we had a little discussion. I was like, kind of in a hurry, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, well, see you later." And it wasn't until later that I realized that I think that we actually went out for a little while.
Were you like doing a lot of drugs back then? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's weird. I know it sounds weird. But...
You know, like there's girls whose names I might not be able to remember today if you asked me, but if I was to see her in person, probably I would recognize her. Probably.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely ones that I don't even remember the name to.
I think I have their names inside of me, probably, but maybe not always.
Yeah, a little. Each of their name has a little spot in your heart.
Oh, I'm pretty sentimental, but.
Names aren't important.
So our good friend Mongbok says that she was not always exclusive, only once they entered the committed relationship phase.
So you had the discussion.
But she didn't just jump into it, is what she's saying.
You have to have the discussion now.
Dandolf joins the conversation. Oh, I got to leave
Dandolf.
Right.
He didn't ban him, did he? Because I wouldn't ban him just for that.
I don't think
so.
Dandolf said he had sex for 3 years.
Come on, that's not worth banning. That's not worth
I don't know if I would even time him out for that.
Also, Icky points out that I did not return the sweater.
Yeah. Oh, Icky.
Yeah. Why didn't you ask?
Adam, come on.
Yes.
Well,
That's cold,
I've thought of it. Thought about doing it.
Just go on and do it, dude. It's not the end of the world.
Maybe you can hook up with her.
He doesn't want to. He's happy with his current girlfriend, but not happy enough to put a ring on the finger.
Eh.
Oh, I don't burn in there. Don't even.
You know what I always say is like if they would if all of my needs were addressed, and then I would be willing to do that.
What if my need is to not
See,
be
that's
married?
not a real need.
No, it's a need.
Just let her move in with you.
Yeah, it's one step at a time.
No.
I mean, if you're not seeing other girls, then you might as well be fully exclusive. It's only if you feel like, well, there's something I'm going to want later that I don't have now.
Yeah.
If you're being practical about it. And, you know, like...
I don't think... I don't really... I don't think
maybe we shouldn't.
Let's talk about video games. Video games are fun.
What? Video games? Dude,
Yeah,
who cares about that nonsense?
Who has been playing what?
Did you know Ralph Lauren just retired?
Seriously?
Did you know Jim Carrey's dating a 30-year-old?
No, Jim Carrey's girlfriend killed herself. His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, well, okay, was dating. I apologize, my bad.
Did she kill herself? Was she pretty?
She was.
She
was nuts though, and so he broke up with her, and she killed herself.
Well, he goes for nuts girls. Wasn't he like married to Jenny McCarthy
Yes.
for a while?
Who wasn't married to Jenny McCarthy?
Well, how many 30-year-olds want to date 53-year-olds?
Dude, yeah, if they're rich and famous, and he's still pretty good looking, so it's not like she's slumming it.
Yeah, he's not bad looking.
Yeah, his beard is
some of his
hideous.
beards
You're
are
right.
pretty
He
crazy.
needs to shave the beard.
I haven't seen him until right now. I'm sure we probably all just saw the same thing because I guess.
He's got this like old man settler frontier dude beard. You know, he's like, I've been living on the land. Don't do that, Jim Carrey.
Beards are great, but keep them
neat,
like, trimmed, and
yes, it has to look like you care. And plus, if you have a lot of gray hair in it,
Catriona.
Is that her name?
Catriona.
Yeah, I mean, like I got some gray in my beard, but like if you have a lot of gray in your beard and your beard is real big, you're just kind of like advertising your oldness. I think. Yeah.
Old, yeah.
I'm a fan of beards.
Yes, you are. Everyone he follows on Twitch has a beard. It's a fact. Every single one.
That's true.
Well, and that's amazing considering I follow like 3 or 4 women.
I don't even want to know.
Now that's a
he's in way better shape than I am for 54. There's a picture of him and his girlfriend on the beach. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with these two together other than the beard.
Yeah, although I could see if you got used to having that kind of money around and the guy being fairly amazingly talented, then I could see how it would be depressing. Oh no, I lost him. Now I'm just going to have to date regular guys. How that would be kind of hard.
Oh wait, did they break up?
Yeah.
She killed herself.
Yeah, like right after.
Oh yeah. That's a. I thought. Well, because I searched ex-girlfriend because that's what came up. So I thought she was his ex-girlfriend because she wasn't alive.
Well, that's one reason.
Exes, but I didn't realize that she was actually the ex-girlfriend.
Sad. Do you have a mustache, Mega Man Extreme? You don't have any facial hair at all?
I have a crap.
Oh my god, we got another spammer. Ugh.
Stupid chin. I don't even know what you want to call it. Chin hair thing.
Ah, he just got kicked.
I kind of look like Adam's facial hair.
What?
Oh, I take that back. Well, I can't look. Adam's picture is like super emo style, like he's sitting in the dark growing mushroom.
Yeah, Adam's taking advantage of the angles like Facebook and MySpace girls do, you know? Don't do that. Yeah. Just take some normal pictures that are perfectly normal.
Yeah, we want to see your face.
His picture reminds me of someone that'd be creeping at the next door woman.
Nope.
He's looking out the window.
I know Adam's a handsome guy. What is the Scarp Laser Razor? Wow, Brian is recommending a razor to us all.
Nice. I don't have the long like goatee thing anymore.
Pointy beard.
Huh.
For the pointy beard anymore. Oh, I might grow it back. I don't know.
Come on, it's Zero on Twitter, right?
No, Zero be tweeting.
See, he threw us off. He put a little variety in there.
I know.
Yeah.
Whoa, Monbox, you seriously let him not cut his hair for 4 years? Because you cannot let somebody be that nerdy, Monbox.
Are there underscores in there like normal?
I can't. I don't know.
Just dang.
I haven't.
Do you have to have underscores?
Just send him a tweet real quick, Zero.
Yes.
Send him one.
I
No,
got him.
Mongbox just said she's actually married to Lil Fryer.
Wait, are you not on?
Tyler is inverted access or inverted anus or something like that.
Don't I have? Oh.
Wait, where did Lil Fryer come from?
Because
maybe I never.
It's hard because these two are going in a completely different direction. But Lil Fryer never cuts his hair, so he has a tree in his head.
Oh, it's the same stupid picture. I thought you had a different picture on Twitter.
Aw. Well, I mean...
But it does look like he has...
even if you want to grow your hair out, you still have to cut it to keep it neat. Like, women still do that, right? Women don't just go years without cutting their hair, period. They might grow their hair out, but they still get it managed.
Nah, I don't know about
that one. Poor Jeff doesn't have any hair. And that'll be me next year, so...
All into this tweet here by Adam. It's a picture of Deadlight and then a question mark.
Oh no, that's not. Yeah, but it's not Deadlight. The Xbox 360 has been half my games show us some weird Windows Phone game now.
Oh, like Kingdoms and Lords.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it says Dead Rising 2 Trees.
God, the cinematic is long.
That's odd.
It's really weird and annoying.
So I don't know if I trust this Laser Razor Kickstarter.
Ooh, I just unlocked somebody for free mode and survival.
Yeah. I don't trust cheap, commercial, whatever you call them.
Another
lasers.
spammer. Oh my god.
Any laser product that is not like a couple grand have royally sucked.
Yeah.
Based on reviews.
That's what I think.
You know what I want is laser corrective eye surgery.
Oh, hey, look. 2K Make was watching one of my YouTube videos, and he got sent to our stream. That's awesome. Yes.
He's going to ask you a question about headsets. I'm going to check out while you guys talk about
Mr.
headsets.
Griffith, yes, welcome.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, please ask away. And, yeah, sorry, Mongbox, I was just really thinking of Lil Fryer, because when he told us that he never cuts his hair, we got kind of worried about him. Back before we found out that he hates all the people.
Mega Man says he has a headache.
Ah.
You know what works great for me with headache is Excedrin. It seems to be almost guaranteed anymore to get rid of the more mild headaches that I get, which is really maybe twice a month max. I don't suffer from headaches.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
I've gone 4 or 5 months without cutting any hair.
Like recently or a long time ago?
No, I mean not a long time ago, like a couple years back.
I need to get a haircut every
most of the time. See, I don't mind doing it. Just most of the time, something pops up that it's just not appropriate.
What?
I'd go a month and I'd be like, no, I can't do this. I have to do it, shave or cut.
That's the problem. Once I start shaving my head, which I'm gearing up to do, but once I start doing that, then I really got to take care of it all the time, right? I can't just let it get messy.
No. Are you talking shave, actual
like you do.
Shave, or
my hubby did.
I don't shave. I mean, are you talking shave bulb
Isn't that what
shave?
you do? You shave it and then you just let it.
No.
Well, he buzzes.
No.
I think you buzz your head.
I just have a buzz cut. I'd never clean shave.
Oh, okay. Well, I could just buzz it, I guess.
So-called's hair. He buzzes it really short.
Yeah, it was real short when we saw him.
Yeah, I definitely don't shave it. That's way too much time and energy.
Gotcha. Let's answer this guy's question. He's wondering which Xbox One headset he should get. He got a Razer Kraken and did not like it. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that Razer sucks ass. I have it.
How much is it, dude?
Oh, God. I think that one was, I don't know, maybe $60. I can't remember. It was a while back. But yeah, it's not
that's
very
funny, Brian.
You should get the Sony Gold headsets. They're really good. That's what I'm thinking
Griffin, we're glad you made it. Let me show you. Well, he's asking about Xbox One headsets, 2K Make. I'll show you the Xbox One headset I'm using now. It's the Siberia X800, and it comes out next month. But I can't recommend it, people, because it's $330, and that's insane, right?
That's a lot of money for a headset. top tier headset.
It's nice.
Honestly,
You have to count on using that all the time.
Unless you absolutely need a headset, it's so much better just to get a good pair of headphones and a mic.
But
I mean, we're talking PC, obviously. If we're talking Xbox,
he's talking to Xbox, so that's the problem. Yeah, no. 2K Make. Unfortunately, I've only used about like 3 Xbox One headsets, so I don't have a very good opinion. I think we have a headset roundup coming up, or we might have already published it at Windows Central. I would look at that, but yeah, I haven't used enough to give you a good opinion. You know, I've got like the Microsoft headset. I've got a cheap Siberia headset, like a $70 one. And then I've got this $330 one. I don't have anything in between, so I can't make good recommendations.
Yeah, it's just none of them are very comfortable.
That can be an issue. This PC headset I'm using, the Corsair, what is this? The Corsair Void RGB. It's the most comfortable headset I've ever worn. It's super comfy, but unfortunately the mic isn't very good.
Yeah, it just seems like those companies don't know a whole lot about headsets still.
I agree.
Like I have my headphones, my regular headphones that I use all the time are 10 times more comfortable than any headset I've owned.
Isn't that crazy? It seems like we got enough people that we could do a little bit longer stream if you guys can give me a quick restroom break. Do you guys want to stick around a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Are we getting paid?
I have a game to talk about.
You're getting paid with adoration. But yeah, everyone follow my co-hosts, So-Called Gamer and Inverted Access, please, on Twitch. You guys can like type in there if you want to get these guys to try to follow you. Oh, yeah. And I will be right back. Keep the conversation going. See you in a minute.
So what game are you wanting to talk about?
Well, if there's even any reason to bring it up with you, I'm sure you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I know.
It's called Foul Play.
Foul Play?
Yeah.
What's it for?
Well, it originally launched on 360, I think, but I think it's on Steam, and it just came out on PS4 a couple months ago.
What is it? And you're right, I haven't heard of it.
It's a beat 'em up. So, but it's pretty fun. But I know Paul knows about it, so that's a little.
I just pulled it up on Steam right now. I'm taking a look at it.
That we'll be talking about the mystical game Foul Play. Yeah, that's what it's called.
So
yeah,
Foul
Brian,
Play, is it like the Monopoly guy fights people?
Yes. That's exactly what he looks like. The combat is really pretty good. I'm working on getting the platinum on it. It's pretty tough. So, there's a few challenges that are pretty tough anyway.
Is it actually worth $15?
I don't know. I paid $2 for it. It launched as part of what's called PlayStation Heroes. Before, what you would do is you'd like buy a theme, and although 90% of the money would go to like these different charities that PlayStation Heroes sponsors. But for whatever reason, for September they had a game included instead of a theme, and it was that game, so you could get it for as little as $2. You could donate more if you wanted, but you know I'm a poor struggling artist, so I can't afford more than $2.
Yeah, I mean it's your website. Wow.
The talk about struggling. Jerk.
Astro 850. I've seen those, but I've never used those. All the Astros seem expensive. 'Cause they usually come with the amp, at least from what I've seen.
I don't know. I don't know hardly anything. Man, that's a lot of Lego stuff. Anyone get Lego Dimensions this week?
Is that just another Lego game?
It's like a Lego game and a like Skylanders style game where you get like characters and character packs and shit like that.
Oh God,
I can
hate
spend
those
a lot
things.
more money than on a regular game. Exactly.
Good Lord, those things need to die. Those are the biggest ripoffs ever.
They make a ton of money. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
I know. It's I don't know. It's frustrating.
People like to collect and put them on shelves and all that crap.
That they do. I mean, I have amiibo, so I guess I can't say anything, but I don't use them. I just collect them.
Paul is probably back. He just
Ghost
doesn't want to
playing.
be seen.
Oh crap! I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to unmute. Hey guys, yeah.
Yeah,
Still can't see you.
Oh, now you can.
Exactly, Brian. The Lego game's like $80 or $100 or whatever. Then the freaking level packs are $30 each. To me, that's insane.
But
Are
you
you
get real
serious?
Legos with them.
Yeah.
Real Legos.
Do you like get
Legos
whole sets, or do you
themselves
get,
are
like, a
Yeah,
mini
the
bag?
level packs come with like 3 things to build.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet they're still ridiculous.
Paul, did
Upcharge
you ever
on
play
those.
Foul Play?
Yeah, Adam and I played a lot of Foul Play
Yeah,
when I was
that's
reviewing
right.
it.
That game's awesome. I just finally got around to playing it with Monkey, and now I'm doing the single player stuff to try and get the platinum trophy. And the combat is really pretty good for beat 'em up.
Yeah, but don't you feel the need for voice acting that we felt?
It wouldn't hurt.
It would
for sure. Voice acting helps, like when you're trying to be like witty and any sort of stuff like that. Voice acting is always way better.
Because
than
it's real
text.
British and period. It's like so. I say, that kind of thing would actually.
Yeah, and
So
even
you
like
need
a
Patrick
goofy,
Stewart
over-the-top
to jump on it?
British
Yeah, Patrick
accent
Stewart,
would've been good.
Ian McKellen, or just generic voice actors. But yeah, just any level of voice acting would have improved the game. But not that it's a bad game because it doesn't have it, but it should have had it. They should have put a little more money in and done that.
Did Adam leave and I
He
just
said
didn't
he'd be
know about
back
it?
or something.
He's not totally gone, but
Yeah, so what has everybody been saying in chat? Anything? Yeah, we really tried hard to get Lego for review, Dimensions. We tried, we asked our normal Warner Brothers contact, they're not handling it. So that means somebody else is, right? But they didn't tell us who. And we could not find out who. We tried so hard, and
Warner Brothers is the
Yes,
hardest.
the absolute hardest. You're right. Like, EA is not easy, Square Enix, not super easy. Warner Brothers, the hardest. It sucks.
Yep.
Still to this day, my best stream was the Lego game. Still the weirdest thing ever.
Oh yeah, that $5 Xbox One game, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, Mr. Griffith is leaving.
Yeah, we'll miss you, Mr. Griffith. Thank you for joining us. Equip skills. What am I going to equip? Defense boost.
Yeah, by the way, Mombox had said she has the Astro A50 for her Xbox.
Nice. Yeah, Mongbox and her dude, they do pretty well.
Good.
So why doesn't she donate more?
She did donate the other day.
Yeah, she is. She's a pretty good donator. Just not to your crap.
Oh, that's not cool. We don't ask for a lot of donations, okay?
My crappy stream only has 12 less followers, so...
Hey. You seriously have 1,000 something followers? Oh, then Tyler, okay.
We're getting close to 100, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. We have to be on some kind of spammer list. Like, that's the only way we attack that much, no matter how small a game we stream.
That's unfortunately.
What a bummer. But yeah, lately people have been really cool. The last 2 weekends in a row, we've had some nice donations. It's been very, very welcome. And that's one of the...
I got one donation last week.
From,
that's about the only
from
one
who?
I've gotten in a while. Nobody that I've seen before or seen since. He stayed for like an hour and a half one day and was
that
like,
was
here
nice
you go.
Of him.
Nice. I'm trying to think if I've ever got a donation.
I was just going to say that's one reason why I've been trying to stream more midweek is because people have been donating, and like midweek no one donates, period, but it just, like if they donate I have to do something to reciprocate, and for me that's streaming midweek.
Right. You're gonna show off, what's that game you bought called?
Oh yeah, Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, we do have to stream that pretty soon, don't we? It's on sale for $16 today, and we bought that with donation money because we received that much money, a little bit more, this last Saturday. So I can't remember if Mongbox did this Saturday or a different one, but yeah, a lot of nice people donated this Saturday, and it was so cool.
Yeah, I bought that game brand new, and I still haven't played it very much.
That game's sweet. I bought it brand new, but...
Didn't you sell it after you're done?
I played it right away, yeah. It was really good. I liked it a lot. A lot of people are saying it was overhyped for what it is, because, I don't know. Everyone thought that... First everyone loved it, now everyone's saying, like, oh, Good. You know how the wind blows in the game industry.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I mean, there's still no other game still has done what that game does, and even Mad Max, which you reuses maybe some things from that game, does not reuse the main key element of it.
Yeah, the branding and whatever
The
they call
Nemesis
that.
system.
The
The
what?
Nemesis system.
That's
Did
the
I die?
name
Whoa, I'm getting a cinematic here.
from the amazing movie Alien Nemesis.
No.
Wait, isn't that a movie?
You haven't seen any of the Alien movies still, right?
There's a movie that has Nemesis.
Resident Evil Nemesis.
Resident Evil has Nemesis.
Wait, is that just
That's
Resident
probably
Evil
what I'm
3?
thinking of. It may be Nemesis. I think it's probably a movie of all the crappy Resident Evil movies there are. I bet one's called Nemesis.
Mathematically.
Hey, Justin is asking about mounts in this game.
Oh, hey Justin, welcome to the stream. There are horse
Justin.
mounts in this game, like other games in the series. I'm not completely sure how to. Do you see my cool Eastex logo on the back of my clothes on my custom character? I just love that you can do that.
Stop swinging your flag or whatever the heck that is.
Well, then people will hit me. Yeah, it's right on the back of my shirt.
Bandit showed up.
Bandit, awesome to see you, dude. Man, we got a lot of cool faces popping in here tonight. Bandit's up late. Yeah, there's some way to get my mount to come. I cannot remember what the button for it is. Is it LB? Doesn't look like it's LB. Not RB either.
I'll try square.
No, it's not that. I just switched to a different character though. Square, you punk.
Well, you're the one calling it LB and RB.
Well, aren't those the names?
Not on the system you're
Oh,
playing
weak. Why would I even play with a controller that doesn't have LB and RB, I ask you?
Why would a button need 2 letters to describe itself?
Well,
come on, it's L1, L2.
See, that's 2 characters.
And L3.
Yeah, so one's a number.
Alright. Yeah, there definitely is a way to call my horse. Is it click in left stick? Come on, dude, I called it earlier. Click in right stick. I don't know what it could be. Like
maybe it's the back.
But I mean, I pushed every button, and earlier I did actually call it. Oh, it's hold L2. That's it. Woohoo! Got it. Feels good. So that's how you call your horse, and yeah, it moves you faster. You can do combat on your horse. It's not very intuitive to fight while on the horse, though. I usually just ride my horse to the objective, and then I hop off. Yeah, no, Icky, believe me, I tried select. It is select on the actual Vita, but on the PS TV, the controls are different.
Did you ever do that hack for the?
I did actually. That's how we were able to stream Dracula X Chronicles before you showed up, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, it was times.
Jeez, sorry, I don't own a PlayStation TV. My bad.
Maybe you should.
Well,
yeah, they're dirt cheap.
They're trying to give them away, yeah.
Considering I have a Vita and I have a PS4, I don't think I need a PS.
But if you ever wanted to stream your Vita games, you would.
Yeah, I have no intention of ever doing that. So
that should be cool.
The hack, Brian asks, it was relatively easy to do the bare minimum of the hack. There is like a more advanced version of the hack that supposedly gives you better compatibility, and that just plain wouldn't work for me. And I looked for like an hour trying to figure out stuff to do. And I was telling Tyler, all the guides for the hack are written by people who barely know English. At least that's how I would refer to their English skills. So, yeah, the guides are very poorly written, all of them. And as a result, it's a little harder than it should be. Like if somebody who, had been to college and stuff was to write the guides and think about
wow, elitist,
well,
are we?
It's not my fault
right.
they wrote such bad guides, that's their fault. But, yeah,
I think you should rewrite
see,
them.
if I had an outlet for that kind of thing, I probably would, but I don't.
Tyler's website.
No, Tyler doesn't. Tyler's too cool for me, apparently.
Right. We're pretty exclusive.
Yeah,
over
but
there.
if I did, then it's something I would definitely consider, because it makes me really annoyed.
Too exclusive for readers.
For readers. Yeah. That's cool, Mega Man Extreme. I'm glad you like this series because this game is really, really fun. Like we're not talking about it very much. We're talking about our own things, and I feel a little bad about that. But believe me, I really, really love this series, and this particular game is very good. So I hope everyone understands that I enjoy it a lot.
Well, in all fairness, during combat, I mean, what is there to talk about?
Well, gameplay systems and stuff, but usually we're like in the middle of talking about a movie or girls or something. So.
Well, the other thing is, I know I can't speak for anyone else, but I have very limited experience with the genre, so I have not a whole hell of a lot to add, unfortunately.
You should get at least one.
Yeah, my experience ends back in PS2
I'm getting
days.
Dragon Quest.
That's a start, but I mean, like, you could get one of these to review. It wouldn't be hard for you at all, and then at least you could try it out.
Yeah, that's true. We got declined on Soma. I got my denial.
But I mean, you remember, like I got you Tokiden just by asking them. Remember?
Yeah.
Because it's the same people.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, it's Koei Tecmo, right? I still get
they're so cool to us. I mean, heck, they gave me the retail PS4 version and the Vita version. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Pretty.
Not that I would ever ask for a retail version, because I would always rather have the code, but still.
Yes. Some people prefer
nice,
retail.
Mega Man. Yes, some people do. They are what we refer to as dinosaurs.
Hey.
You know, if only those people went to college.
No, that was specifically about writing ability, mister. Mega Man X likes Dynasty Warriors. That makes him pretty cool in my opinion. What else have we got? Anybody else? How you been, Bandit? I hope everything has been well for him. Bandit wrecked his car twice recently in modern times, and one of the times was not his fault, as I recall.
That's so good. Was he going super fast in like one of his race cars?
One of the times it was like, I don't know, somehow the car fell down a hill. You know, like he made
those hills over. They have lots of hills in England. That part.
Yeah, we don't have those in my part of Texas. What about where you live, so-called? Do you have hills?
There's little hills. There's definitely bigger hills in Indiana, but
yeah, none here.
They're not like gigantic or anything.
We have mountains.
It seems like one time somebody just ran into him, and the other time it was because something went wrong and his car rolled down the hill, if I recall. He wasn't even driving the second time. Let's see how this does me. Yeah. See, it was in neutral and the handbrake was not fully lodged into place. And
that will cause a car to move.
Yeah, have you ever had your handbrake not really click in right? That's happened to me before, so I feel for him.
I never really used any handbrake.
Oh, it's so much better for your brakes, dude.
I think someone maybe was posting about this earlier. I guess Call of Duty was like tweeting about some fake terrorist attack to promote Black Ops 3 or something.
Did they really do that?
Like a pretty terrible idea.
It doesn't sound real.
And there's an article on IGN about it. A very brave opinion piece calling it irresponsible.
Oh man, I don't know if I could say such things.
Truly, IGN going out on a limb on that one. Actually, IGN runs a very few opinion pieces, which is probably a complete just as conscientious effort.
Yeah, because they generally kind of shill. By the way,
I almost purged inverted access for posting a link.
It's true. I mean, their readership is so large anymore that they're going to piss someone off no matter what opinion.
And they have literally the worst human beings on earth as their article commenters.
Oh, they have the worst readership. They make. Yeah, I could say it. They make the Windows Central audience look like.
Yeah, you're right about that. They do. I don't know how it's like what you would think of as YouTube readers, but maybe even worse. I just don't know how their commenters.
No, YouTube's the worst.
It's not as bad as YouTube, but I bet there's a ton of crossover.
Yeah.
But it's awful. Their readership is awful.
There must be no moderation. It's the only way it could be that bad is if there's just no moderation.
Yeah, there's basically.
Yeah, so
none.
you have these dudes who are mentally disabled, and they get the idea that they can type whatever they want, and so they just keep on doing it.
Yep, and IGN doesn't care because their eyes still work and their mouse pointers still click on all the articles.
Such a shame.
So.
I think I go to that website maybe once a month, if that.
I actually use it for my news just because I don't know where else to get all my news.
See, like my main movie news place is Birth Movies Death, which used to be Badass Digest, and they have some great movie news. But the thing is, they're very.
It's called what? Now?
Birthmoviesdeath.com.
Oh, like birth, and then you watch movies and then you die. So like movies.
Exactly,
like
and they have a magazine. Okay. I showed it to So-Called when we went to the Alamo Draft House, where you should have been, Tyler. But I mean, yeah, they produce a magazine and they are allied with the Alamo Draft House movie theater chain. And yeah, they're and they're a really good site. They got great writing and everything. And I've shown you.
So you're saying they shill out too all the time for Alamo Draft House?
No, I mean they're allied with them, but they have a very their attitude, it very rarely feels like there's any kind of sponsorship kind of stuff going on, the main editor-in-chief, he is friends with Josh Trank, and so he was very easy on that Fantastic Four movie that the universe hated.
Who's Josh Trank?
The director of the Fantastic Four movie that the universe hated.
Oh.
But, yeah, who also directed Chronicle, which was actually a very good movie. But, you have heard of Fantastic Four, right, Tyler? It just came out like a month or two ago.
Yeah, the bad one, yeah. Well, I shouldn't have to say that, the bad one. The third
yeah, but
bad
I
one.
mean, it's way worse than the others, so.
Huh. Well, 2 was pretty bad. Although the Silver Surfer kind of looked cool. Even if
yeah, some people like Part 2 better than Part 1. I don't really know how I feel between the two of them.
And it says he wasn't even driving the second time. It was in neutral, and the handbrake wasn't on fully. Yeah, that sucks, Bandit. Sorry to hear that.
That's why we were talking about that a minute ago, Tyler.
This probably happened while I
Adam's
was away,
back.
But Mega Man Extreme points out he came for Dracula X, and I just want to say, so did I.
If
Brian's heading out.
So does that mean you're going to
Thank you for joining,
now?
Brian.
I already left.
Yeah, if we were going to keep streaming, then I wouldn't mind switching back to Dracula X. I was just going to finish the level and quit, but it's, up to you guys, as always.
Also, this is you guys were talking about Call of Duty. I just want to bring this up very briefly. Did anyone notice that they are in fact releasing like a PS3, Xbox 360 version of the new Call of Duty, but there will not be a campaign.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
They're only going to give you a $10 discount.
That's the punishment for being poor.
Well,
no,
you know what?
I don't think that game should be coming out on 360 or PS3.
Yeah,
anyways.
so this.
I think releasing it at all, no matter what, now is just making them look worse.
East X, did you see that?
Especially charging $50.
I agree with that. Like, if they weren't going to put in if they weren't going to do the full game, they should have never done anything.
I guess.
I don't have a problem with those big games like that and FIFA and Madden coming out on last-gen consoles because they sell well enough to justify it.
Have a good night,
Yeah,
Mom
thanks,
Box.
Mongbox. It was great talking to you. She's the best.
Yeah, but I mean, what? We're now 2.5 years into.
Yeah, but
generation.
I mean, FIFA came out on PlayStation 2 probably like 4 or 5 years after.
Oh my god, yeah. FIFA and Madden.
I can see doing the multiplayer only copy, like that doesn't seem that bad to me, but you do need to price it appropriately, and $10 off is not very appropriate. Yeah.
Price.
Well, you also get a download code for the original
Oh, you
Black
do?
Ops.
That's something.
Boy.
All they'd have to do is charge like $10 for it, and then charge like $30 for every map pack. It'd make the money back.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, my only issue is they're saying like, oh, we can't. There's just
Their excuse was that the last gen consoles couldn't handle the.
They could put that. There is no doubt in my mind that they just decided it wasn't worth the effort.
Right. Exactly.
Like I'm not. There is no way you can't put a 6-hour Call of Duty campaign on a 360.
Sure? Are you sure it
What?
doesn't mean they're trying to just take a little more advantage of the next gen consoles with the campaign, and they just don't want to change the design? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
someone was suggesting that they maybe during the single player campaign you'll have a shit ton of NPCs at some point. That
So you have
simply the
less.
older
It
console
could just have
hard to
less
get
if
now.
that's all it is.
like, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, but that would
Uh,
change the
I'm
gameplay
with Adam that
dramatically.
it was about the effort. That they're like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
worth the
It's
effort.
gotta be.
I guarantee you're gonna play that campaign and be like, well, they could scale down the graphics, change the lighting effects, do a little of this, do a little of that, and there could have been a campaign. But they just
Well,
they decided
Still
that it's
called-
not worth it.
I will guarantee you I won't be playing.
I mean, do you
the game,
think those
so-
people who still play that system buy DLC? I don't think they do. Like, if they're too cheap to
Oh, yeah.
upgrade, then most of them
No.
do not, are not very online savvy.
I think on a game like Call of Duty they do.
Yes.
Oh,
I
maybe.
guarantee you on a game like
And
Call
then
of
like
Duty, they
the
do.
Ultimate Team packs on the sports games.
You almost have to buy the DLC for those type games,
To play them online, you do for sure.
which is the only reason people buy them.
I didn't.
For the most
They seem
part.
like retail only people
saw-
to me.
I saw an article. In effect, this came from Giant Bomb, but
Oh,
they had an article when they had the news story about there not being a campaign, and the 25% of the people that bought the game finished the first chapter of the campaign, and then after that, it's like a smaller percentage that actually finished the
Yikes.
campaign. So it is a very
I think even Mass Effect like 2 or 3 said that less than half of the people who play the game finish the game.
Well, that's not
Yeah, it's
surprising
long.
though. I mean,
Right.
if I look back on how many games I actually finished, it's not that many.
Right.
But I mean, only 25% finished the first chapter of the campaign.
Yeah,
so that means like
that's pretty telling.
75% haven't even played the campaign, really.
Yeah.
And that's that's a big deal.
Is a chapter
Well-
like level for that game, or
I would guess, yeah. It's
Yeah,
probably an
kind of.
hour. An hour.
the
of
campaign. The only campaign I ever played in that series was Modern Warfare, and I didn't think it was any good. It was horrible. But I was
No, but
I was playing on the highest difficulty though, and that doesn't increase enjoyability.
yeah.
Oh my God, Paul.
Especially if it's